Welcome all NOSSCAR fans. We are gathered here today for the Taggart 100. The Taggart County Motorplex awaits the NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series drivers here on NASCAR Heat 3. We have 15 drivers lined up, getting set, ready to go. Qualifying is already completed. They are already working lap 4. We're a little bit late to the party, but we're bringing you live coverage of the Taggart 100 starting right now. Michael Birch on the pole for this event has been strong all weekend long in testing in that number 8 machine. It's to have a clear advantage over the rest of the field. We've got a side-by-side battle here with the 23 and the 83 of Charlie Irwin. They're all chasing Michael Birch. He's actually already dealing with some lapped cars on the racetrack. Coming off a solid performance here earlier tonight at Richmond. Couldn't quite pull off the W, but he earned himself a third place finish for his efforts. So many different grooves to run here. See which one Tyler Wagner decides to use. Using the inside right now to try to make a move on the number 98 machine, driven by Nick Francesco. He completes the pass, and looks like Dakota Bro's going to make the same move. Clears him as well, a little bit deeper in the field. All sorts of action. Robert Logan Sr. just got past. Now you're seeing Charlie Irwin in the 83, Jade Burr in the 11, Kenny Adair in the 9. All in your frame, battling for position. Dirt King in the 02 just got a little bit out of control just behind them, but he keeps it going. Battle for position just in front of Nick Francesco, who we're riding along and taking a look at here, the number 98 green and white dirt late model. This is a battle for second, third, and fourth, if I'm not mistaken. Looks like Don Francesco got a little bit tight coming out of that turn. That's going to allow Logan Bro and the number 4 to close in. It's going to be a battle for fourth and fifth. We've got Luke Barnett, number 23 machine, not too far behind them, last week earning his first ever NOSSCAR win here in the NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series, punching his ticket into the playoffs. So it's Michael Birch, Dakota Bro, Tyler Wagner, Nick Francesco, Logan Bro, your top 5. Luke Barnett running in 6th. 15 drivers started the event, and all, I believe actually 13 of them are still on the lead lap. A long way to go. Side by side now. Don Francesco makes the pass. That was for fourth. See, the longer you stay side by side with somebody, the more time you're losing to your competitors in front and behind you. You can see that allowed Luke Barnett to close in on both of these guys, and all three of them chose a different line through 3 and 4. A bit of contact made between Logan and Nick. Nick now being challenged by Luke in the 23. Going back into turn 3 where it got really interesting there. 3 different lines again, and they all opted to swap what line they were going to run. Good stuff here at Taggart. A little bit further behind them, Charlie Irwin in the 83 trying to run away from Jade Burr. battle for the 6th and 7th position on the racetrack right now. How about Logan? A couple weeks ago winning the Bruff Motorsports 100, capturing the big prize. He's got 2 wins this season that were for points. He's got the Bruff Motorsports 100 victory. He's on a roll this season, enters tonight 2nd in the point standings, just behind BJ Thomas, who is absent tonight. Therefore, we will be guaranteed a new points leader. 3 wide, battle for position inside the top 5, 3rd, 4th, and 5th up for grabs. That was huge. Nick Francesco in the 98 takes the 3rd position. And just when we were saying all these good things about Logan, he drops from 3rd to 5th. We're here in stage 1 for the Taggart 100 on NASCAR Heat 3. Long way to go. These drivers simply trying to stay on the lead lap, keep the leader within sights and within striking distance if possible. Contact made between Logan and Nick this most recent time by. Now going into turn 3, Nick about a car length and a half behind the 4, a little bit more now. These two having quite the war over car, 98 car. Dave Marks Jr. coming off a strong top 10 finish earlier tonight at Richmond. Looking to do the same here. He just completed a pass on Robert Lohman Sr. in the number 66. Kenny Adair, 2018 NOSSCAR Truck Series champ, out here for some action, running inside the top 10 right now. A couple of cars off the racetrack. That includes Jordan Routon in the number 77, and the O2 machine. The O2 machine would be driven by, excuse me, just taking a moment here. The O2 machine driven by Dirt King out of this race as well. We're all chasing Michael Birch. There he is, having a solid run here at Taggart. Led every lap since the drop of the green flag. Let's put some cars a lap down since the drop of the green flag as well. Kenny Adair, Robert Lohman Sr., and he's got a couple of cars in front of him that he might catch before the end of stage 1. Battle heating up still for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Tyler Wagner in the 38 trying to hold on to 2nd. Just behind him, it's a bit of a hornet's nest, as you can see. Luke Barnett in the 23 just took the 3rd position, coming to the green and white checkers to signal the end of stage 1. Logan was able to get 4th, and Dakota Bruff was able to get 5th. Don Francesco in 6th, Charlie Irwin in 7th, and from here it looks like it is Dave Marks Jr. in the 8th position. Can't quite see. That is the end of stage 1. Michael Birch wins it. Tyler Wagner, Luke Barnett, Logan Bruff, and Dakota Bruff. The top 5 receiving points here in stage 1. Now these drivers have an opportunity to make some adjustments to these race cars. We don't see a lot of damage on these race cars. I think that a couple there. Expect Robert Lohman Sr., Dave Marks Jr., maybe Jade Burr as well as Terry Mason in the 22 to perhaps repair that damage before they go back racing. Which is exactly what we're about to do. Michael Birch, Tyler Wagner going to lead them to the line. The green flag is back in the air. You're watching the Taggart 100 on NASCAR Heat 3. Michael Birch was able to clear the rest of the field and gap them by a couple of car lengths. Logan Bruff is going to take second. Nick Donfrancesco did a bit of a slide job into the side of Dakota Bruff there. Now we're going to have 3 wide going into turn 1. Maybe not. Luke Barnett thought better of it. Jay Burr didn't, though. 2019 NOSSCAR Truck Series champ looking to pounce in the 11. Thought about 4 wide going down the front straightaway. A bit of contact made between Tyler Wagner and Luke Barnett. They sorted it out just a little bit. And this is good action. Logan Bruff settles into second. Nick Donfrancesco settles into third. The Hornets' Nest is 4th on back, led by Luke Barnett in the 23. Jade Burr in 5th. Dakota Bro in 6th. Battle here. Tyler Wagner trying to work his way back towards the front. He's got Charlie Irwin and Dave Marks Jr. side by side in front of him. Nowhere for him to go. Charlie gets into the wall. All 3 of them go sliding towards the inside wall. They really had to gather it up and hold on to it there. That was a mere disaster here. Stage 2 of the Taggart 100. Michael Birch, your leader. Logan Bruff in second in the 4. Nick Donfrancesco in third. Barnett in 4th. Dakota Bruff in 5th. There's actually a battle for that 5th position. Dakota gets bumped a little bit there from Jay Burr, who's going to ride into the 5th position. First time all race long we've seen that car in the top 5. Leaders working their way around the lap traffic. Looked like there was a bit of an incident there even. There was contact made between Luke Barnett and the lap machine of Robert Bowman Sr. They both sorted it out. Lost a bit of track time for both. Haven't spoken too much about Terry Mason. He's been on the lead lap and inside the top 12 since the beginning of the event. Repaired some of the damage under that most recent caution at the end of stage 1. And there's a good look at Dakota Bro, 2019 NOSSCAR Motormaster Series champion on NASCAR Heat 3, coming off a big win earlier tonight at the Richmond Dirt Track. Looking to do the same here at Taggart. 2 in a row. Be quite an accomplishment and quite the momentum boost. After tonight, we only have 2 races remaining until the 2019 playoffs begin for the NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series. Not a long schedule for these drivers. It ends very quickly. Got to get those points while you still can. Birch won the pole. He won stage 1, and he's led every single lap since the drop of the green flag. He's laid down the quickest lap time during the race so far. He has dominated all departments here so far for the Taggart 100 here in stage 1. He has a full straightaway advantage over his nearest competitor for position, and that would be Logan Bruff in the 4. Wow, we really should mention Jay Burr has worked his way all the way into the 3rd position here in stage 2, coming from the back to the front in a hurry, representing Fatal Motorsports, perhaps the most popular team in NOSSCAR right now, building a super team, not only here for the NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series, but the NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series as well. coming. Jay Bird just got all sorts of out of shape. He loses the third position to Luke Barnett in the 23. That was crazy. I can't believe he held on to it. That car was out of shape, folks. I'm very impressed that he was able to hold on to that. Battle behind him's getting juicy. It's Dakota Bruff in the 28, taking the 5th position from Tyler Wagner. Nick Don Francesco in the 98, and now here comes Dave Marks Jr. in the 17. We haven't talked about him very much all race long. He's been in the top 10 with very little damage, and here he comes to the front. Gets around Nick Don Francesco for P7 here in stage 2. Dave, always a very consistent driver in the NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series, just never gets the finishes that he arguably deserves. Now here today he's running inside the top 7, slowly but surely climbing to the front. It's a good battle between these four, probably the best battle on the racetrack right now. 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, and it looks like Tyler Wagner got out of shape, and he's actually off course now. Evidently, the 38 machine has pulled off the course with some sort of mechanical issue or connection issue. We're not quite sure. And his day is done here for the Taggart 100 on NASCAR Heat 3. Now, that is a shame, to say the least. He's up there battling inside the top 10 with a very quick race car. And around goes Charlie Irwin, right in front of Robert Lohman Sr. Oh, excuse me, right in front of Terry Mason, rather. Front straightaway, 2 lead lap cars involved in the incident, and now they've got the leaders right behind them, and I'm not even sure. They might have been stuck 1 lap down. I don't see Michael Birch. Stage 2 is in the history books. And there's Michael Birch. Yeah, I think that Charlie Irwin in the 83, Terry Mason in the 22 are going to be stuck 1 lap down. Final lap incident has really put them behind the 8 ball, and they will have to start 1 lap down. We're not sure who the first car 1 lap down is. It might be Kenny Adair in the 9. Second car in line there, the light blue car. I think that it's him. Michael Birch wins the stage, Logan Bruff 2nd, Jay Burr in 3rd, Luke Barnett in 4th, and I believe it was Dakota Bruff in 5th, but we're going to have to confirm these results, and you'll have to check the NOSSCAR website and go to the Dirt Touring Series page, check out the official results and scoring after tonight's 3 races. This is the 2nd race of the evening. Green flag back in the air, some strategy deployed by Jay Burr gets him the lead. 2019 Truck Series champ going for the win. He clears Michael Birch, and that might have been the most important thing anyone needed to do. If he gets out in front, he's going to drive away. Jay Burr has the lead. Logan looked to the outside. Now they're 3 wide for the lead. Michael Birch back to the lead. What a move. Michael Birch back out front with a bold move to the inside, making it 3 wide and making it stick as well. Wow. Barnett goes a little bit high there through turn 3 and 4, had to lift, and that allowed Nick Francesco, Dakota Bruff, and Jade Burr to make a pass. Jade still having to work for it. Jade on slightly older tires with the pit strategy at the conclusion of stage 2. Tried to keep the track position, got shuffled back a few spots, and now it's going to be really tough for him to march forward with slightly more aged tires. Well, dirt doesn't chew the tires and the rubber compound on these tires near as much as the asphalt does, so you might be okay. It might have equalized out. Stage 2 was about 27 laps in length. We'll have to find out. Nick Francesco, all sorts of out of control. Coming out of turn 4, we didn't see what happened, but he slowed down towards the bottom of the racetrack, and now he pulls off the racetrack, and he is done for the day. Tough break. He was inside the top 10 on the lead lap, and he had been all race long, folks. Now you're watching the battle for the race lead between Logan Bruff in the 4 and Michael Birch in the 8. Nick Francesco, we're getting a report from our pit road race reporter. In-race pit road reporter, rather. Easy for me to say. Nick Francesco with an engine failure will be done. The Taggart 100. Here's coming up on a slower car. It's Robert Lewin Sr. He seemed quick in stage 1, but the car's handling has just went away on him throughout the race. Having a really tough time keeping it away from that wall. I'm a little bit surprised, folks. A lot of us thought that Michael Birch was going to drive away. He seemed to be in a class of his own here for the Taggart 100, but Logan Bruff is right there in the 4. Not letting him go anywhere. Dakota Bruff, winner earlier at Richmond, running in 3rd, has a shot to win this thing still. There's a bit of ground to make up. We're in the final stage for the Taggart 100 here on NASCAR Heat 3. He's watching his younger brother try to chase down Michael Birch. He might have a shot here. Battle here for position. Terry Mason in the 22, Kenny Adair in the 9. Kenny was able to get back on the lead lap by being the first car 1 lap down. Stage 2. Looks like Terry's going to complete the pass in the 22. Really like the paint job on that 22 machine. He's giving it a pretty good run here today. The gap between the 2 leaders has not changed a whole bunch. It might have increased by about a half a car length, but Logan Bruff keeping right there in tow with Michael Birch, and he's got about 15 laps to go to figure out a way around the fastest car on the racetrack. He's dug deep before, and he's beat the best on the track before. He's won races when he has not been the dominant car before. Can he do it again? Or can Michael Birch in the 8 pull off the win tonight? After an elusive dirt win, a lot of these races get away from Michael Birch, it seems. He dominates a lot of races and doesn't get the credit for it in the finishing results. Richmond earlier tonight being a great result, or excuse me, great example. Dominating the race and finishing 3rd. Michael looking to turn it around for himself here. 2 very good stories. 2 different NOSSCAR journeys for these drivers. We're going to find out who wins the Taggart 100 in about 13 laps from that. Last time we looked at Terry Mason, he was just completing a pass on Kenny Adair in the 9. He has now completed a pass on Charlie Irwin in the 83. Picks up another position late in the going here in the final stage, final laps of the Taggart 100. Showing the long run speed. Contact made there between Kenny Adair in the 9 and the race leader, Michael Birch, trying to get the preferred groove to clear the lap machine of Kenny. Arm done. And the pass has been complete. Logan Bruff nowhere to be found. He has lost track a little bit of Michael Birch. There he is. That's what the battle for the lead looks like. Longer a battle. 2 cars in between Michael Birch and Logan Bruff. Things are looking good for Michael Birch. He made the NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series playoffs. Now he's holding on for dear life for the win here at Taggart, and he just dodged Terry Mason, who got all sorts of out of control. Came flying across the track right in front of your race leader just now. That was a close call. Terry loses a position to Charlie Irwin in the process. Michael cruises forward with very little traffic ahead. He's going to have to deal with Robert Bowman Sr. in the 66 one more time. I think that might be the end of the lap traffic for him until the end of the race. We'll find out. Who knows? I see another car up there. It's going to be close. Putting on a blistering pace here at Taggart today. The fans have been great. Been having a great time at the fair. Trackside. They all came over and packed the grandstands for the Taggart 100 presented by NOSSCAR. Posted right here on NASCAR Heat 3. They saw an epic 15-car dirt late model event that they'll never forget. Michael Birch in the final laps, closing in on yet another NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series win to add to his already impressive NOSSCAR dirt racing resume. He's locked into the playoffs already, looking to further add to that playoff total. Always key and always crucial to make it to the final 4 for the final race. He's closing in. He's gonna catch Dave Marks Jr. perhaps before the end of this race. Clears the 17 with these. Once again, smooth sailing in front. But it's not going to matter. The checkered flag is in the air. Michael Birch wins the NOSSCAR Taggart 100. A dominating performance by that number 8 machine led all but 3 laps here this afternoon. Qualified first. He won stage 1. He won stage 2. He leads 97 of the 100 laps en route to capturing another NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series win, further cementing his legacy as one of the greatest NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series drivers of all time. Logan Bruff in the 4 is going to finish in the 2nd position. There he is. Luke Barnett in the 23. Rounds out the top 3, so those 3 drivers will stand on the podium together and spray some champagne while the confetti hits their face. A moment we all dream of in a reality as race car drivers. We're going to get a word with your race winner here momentarily. See if he wants to talk. And joining us now in the NOSSCAR commentary booth, your NOSSCAR Taggart 100 winner, Michael Birch, driver of the number 8 Dirt Late model car. You had a very dominating performance out there today. You had a great car ever since you unloaded. Was there any doubt in your mind heading into that final stage, knowing that you won the pole, won both stages, and led every lap up until that point?
There was a little bit of doubt because I had my teammate there, Jade, and I was like going through wide, and everybody had a fast car, and I have to tell people good racing, keep it clean. It was just fun, just no matter what.
Yeah, we had a great field of drivers in the event today, a whole lot of talent and a whole lot of competition, but you were able to lead 97 of the 100 laps here today. Tell us what that means to you as a driver and what that means to your race team.
In my book, I don't know if that's. I think that's an accomplishment because that's a lot of laps.
Absolutely it is. I don't think that anyone has ever won a race at Taggart while leading the most laps on their way to the finish. You've broken records before here in the NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series, and you continue to do that. You've only got 3 races left until the playoffs begin. What's your goals? What's your plans? How are you going to go about advancing to the Final Four?
Just try to stay out of stay out of the way, and try to keep clean. Keep the nose clean, and keep a hungry car.
Any advice for any drivers looking to break their way into the NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series?
Uh, at the point, yeah, a little bit. As people, it's kind of hard to say. Just keep it clean and just keep it simple, basically. Keep it calm, cool, and collective.
Very good. Go celebrate with your team in victory lane. Michael Birch, everybody. Gonna see if we can get a word with your runner-up finisher. He's won before this season, 2 wins this season, as well as the special event race winner, the Bruv Motorsports 100, a legendary event that we had a couple of weeks ago, and the runner-up finisher here tonight at Taggart County Motorplex.
What's up, Tom?
Joining us now in the NOSSCAR commentary booth, your runner-up finisher for the Taggart 100, Logan Bruff. Thanks for joining us, first of all. Second of all, it looked like you had something for him in the final stage. It didn't look like anybody had anything for him all race long. When was it that you started believing?
I actually was believing after the second stage, but I couldn't ever get in the corners as good as I did last time.
When you were drawing closer to him in the final stage there, did you think you had something for him? How about the 3 wide action there as well?
Yeah, I didn't mean to get into Jade, but that's just when we went into turn 1, it was already antsy, and I just didn't know where to go.
When you guys cleared Michael Birch and you kind of put him in traffic and gave him something to deal with, but did you think that everybody then had better odds?
Not really. I didn't really have the strongest car there tonight, so I mean, I kind of seen Skirt Bush winning it today.
Well, you seem to take a 5th place car and give it a 2nd or 1st place finish quite often. Keep it up and you're going places. Good job on your 2nd place finish.
Thanks, buddy.
That was Logan Bruff. Remember, the Bruff Motorsports 100 event winner. He knows what to do on these dirt tracks. He has become a monster in a short amount of time here in the NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series. Going to get a word with your 3rd place finisher, if we can find him on the friends list. And there he is. Just awaiting the arrival of Luke Barnett, driver of the number 23 car. Third place finisher here in the Taggart 100. If we can't speak to him, we will be speaking. Never mind, because it turns out Jade Burr is the driver who finished in the third position. See, this is why we have official scoring announced at a later time. So yours truly doesn't screw things up. Inviting Jade Burr now to the commentary booth. Pardon me. Joining me now in the NOSSCAR commentary booth, your 2019 NOSSCAR Truck Series champion, but also your third place finisher here tonight in the NOSSCAR Taggart 100 at Taggart County Motorplex, Jade Burr, driver of the 11 car. Thank you for coming.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Well, you were mired in traffic for most of the race, but you definitely had speed, and I think that you knew that. So you took a gamble for the final stage. You were on the front row with your teammate for the restart. How did you think that that was going to go for you? Did you think that it was a race-winning move, or did you think it was just going to improve your finish, maybe?
I looked at it this way, that I need points, that I don't have a race win this season. Unfortunately, I finished second twice, and now with a third place finish tonight, you know, we have speed in the car, and Mike knows that, and he, you know, as my teammate and my driver, because, you know, I own his car as well. It kind of sucks seeing the driver that you hired to go to victory lane every other race. So we're trying to counterbalance that, but you know, it was definitely a risky move, and I thought I had a chance to battle with Mike, maybe get second place out of it, but we're happy with third place.
And Luke, don't go anywhere. We got questions for you in a moment. But back to you, Jade. You went from the back to the front a couple of times. You are known to be a risk taker. We know that you need points. Do you think that you're able to capture a win either at Jefferson or maybe one of the final two races before the playoffs begin?
I think Jefferson's my best chance at a track, because you know that Michael Birch and I both run very fast at Jefferson, and that's a good track for Mike and I. But that's gonna be my best chance at winning. So if I can get the win there, all right. If I can't, then we're gonna be happy with the points that we admire, because I know I'm not near the cut line, but I would like a little bit more cushion going in. So that's gonna be my best shot to win.
Well, we wish you the best of luck and congratulations on your third place finish.
Thank you.
And joining us now for the final interview, it is Luke Barnett, driver of the number 23 Dirt Late model, picking up a top 5 finish here today, the Taggart 100. You had a solid run out there. You were battling and mixing it up with basically everybody at least once in this race. It was a very eventful one for you. How was the car feeling, and how did you wheel it to a top 5 finish? You looked strong all race long. It seemed to work in the middle, the bottom, the top. Your car handled everywhere, and you were able to complete passes everywhere. At the end, it was a lot of 3 wide, and it was basically anyone's race. It all depended on who made the right move at what time. What was your strategy? It's not a bad strategy. It works often. What are your goals for the Jefferson race later tonight? Awesome. Well, we wish you the best of luck. You've got a win earlier this season, so you're making it to the playoffs regardless, so hopefully you can have fun the rest of the regular season. Good luck to you. That was Luke Barnett, driver of the 23, top 5 finish in the Taggart 100. We're going to get set for the Jefferson race. Yours truly is subbing for BJ Thomas, who is unable to attend, and we will bring you live coverage of the race from yours truly's race car. From all of us here at NOSSCAR, we're saying so long, and until this Friday for the beginning of the Platinum Cup Series playoffs, stay fast, folks.